Hey, Jesse.
Hello, Lindsay.
Are you saying that like Hannibal because you were wearing him on your shirt today?
Oh, hello, Lindsay.
Hello, Clarice.
Hello, Clarice.
That's what his shirt has.
Hello, Clarice.
I'm wearing Pink Floyd because we were jamming to some Pink Floyd.
Happy Friday, Lindsay.
Happy Friday.
Hello.
What are you drinking today?
Can you hear the lambs? Can you hear the lambs, Lindsay?
No, they're silenced.
They're silenced. I'm drinking more Halpatters. I had to get it. The apple pie, rattle, rattle. It's so good to me, and I love it so much. What are you drinking?
I'm on blackberry.
Bam-ba-lamb. Hell yeah.
White Claw. Yeah.
Bam-ba-lamb, Lindsay.
Yeah. I'm on number 5.
You know what I did?
Oh.
You know what I did? I snuck and got me a Bam-ba-lamb from the convenience store for band practice. And I said, I wanted me a White Claw blackberry Bam-ba-lamb.
You found one at a convenience store in a tall boy?
It was a big one. Big old good one.
Nice. Because usually I can only find like watermelon or ruby grapefruit.
It was good. I sucked it up. I was like, I don't care. I'm going to drink this.
Ruby red grapefruit. Yeah.
Lindsay won't let me have them. But she will. But I don't drink them because I save them for yourself. I do. I'll let you talk amongst
yourself. Because you're the liquor guy. I'm the seltzer girl.
Well, okay. What were we checking to a minute ago? What was that? Our mic checking.
Chumbawamba?
Chumbawamba? Was it Chumbawamba?
Nope, that's what we talked about on the recap.
We were saying something British. What was it?
Bottle of water.
Bottle of water.
Bottle of water.
Oh, you don't put the ton. Bottle of water.
Bottle.
That's Liverpool style.
Yes.
So we're learning the different. So I think London is bottle of water.
And then Liverpool is bottle of water.
Bottle of water. E-by gum for my Liverpool guys. E-by gum.
They're from Liverpool. Have we shared that story yet?
We have not.
Okay, so we're at Rockville 20-something. And we thought...
Wait a minute. Yorkshire.
That's what it was.
We're getting it right now. We're getting it right. Yorkshire, our Yorkshire fans.
Yes.
Check this out. Lindsay's got a story. Go ahead.
So we think we are at the stage for Butcher Babies, but it was actually Asking Alexandria. And we were up front, so we're like, okay, we're not going to move. We're going to check out Asking Alexandria. And this lady was next to us. She was older with her son. She was probably in her 50s. And this bitch had a never-ending cigarette.
Blood alcohol content of 9.9.
Yes. Never-ending cigarette. It was like Wendy on fucking The Shining, just continuous cigarette.
I loved it.
Yeah, she was great. So she was like,
so awesome.
So she was like, when they come on stage, you got to say E-by gum. You got to say E-by gum, and they'll come down and they'll talk to us because they're Yorkshire boys. And we like, okay. We had no idea what the fuck
but
E-by
she's
gum
yelling
meant.
it like,
yes,
E-by
constantly.
gum.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can do it right. E-by gum. E-by gum. She's yelling it like the whole concert. It's
we
cool.
were kind of new to Asking Alexandria, and we had no idea what she was talking about. So later on, we realized that she was saying, oh my God.
Oh my
God.
God.
From their song. What is it? The last episode? The final episode, I mean. Of course, in that song, in
the final episode, they play that. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's
so
my favorite
cool.
song. Yes.
It's like, dun, 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 dun,
oh
dun,
God.
Dun, dun.
It's their.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very good. It's very good.
And they did it. Like, we've seen Asking Alexandria 3 times now, and they didn't do it the first 2 times. But they did it at Louder Than Life because Danny's vocals had recovered.
Yeah, that's right. Even when we seen him the first time, he was all like, no,
yes,
I'm
he
like,
was holding back. He was singing his more melodic songs.
I'm doing the best I can, guys. Yep. Yeah. And I get that. Being a performer and you're having to play like 30 shows in a row every day, that's tough. That is tough. You got to have that stamina. And, people are just built different when it comes to that. Oh my God.
Danny Warsnop. I had to look up his last name.
Well, he moved to Jacksonville.
Yep.
And I talked to him about his studio stuff, and we share music back and forth. And he's like, yeah, you can come over and record with us. And he gave me a price. And I was like, I'm not signed, bro. I'm not signed. I'm not ready already.
We are not in that tax bracket yet.
I'm not already ready already.
But thank you, Danny.
But yeah, it was cool talking to him a little bit about
But the Louder Than Life show, I was so excited for because I just knew. I was like, they're going to play the final episode. And they fucking did. and I blew up.
You did.
Period.
You did. You should see her face when she gets all lit up at a concert.
Yours too.
Well, yeah.
It's our happy place.
I know.
You will never see
She does
us.
an open mouth, like, looking around.
You will never see either one of
cute.
us happier than you will at a festival, concert, period, point blank.
I watched Lindsay in a mosh pit one time.
I danced on the Devil's Dance Floor.
The Devil's Dance Floor. Thank you, Flogging Molly. Very good.
I have a video of you from Louder Than Life, flogging Molly, and it was so adorable. You were so happy.
Yeah.
You were starting mosh pits. You were just
Best wishes to the singer
with
right
your
now.
little backpack. I know. Dave King, please.
Hey.
Get better.
Come back, Dave.
We need you. We were literally
Because
looking for shows.
I wanted
to
a
come see you this
salty
year.
dog cruise, and I never did get it.
Oh, he's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. We're putting that out there.
Yes.
With our powers combined.
Mr. King.
Dave King will
come
be
back
fine.
with a new album. Shit. We're ready. Love all of Flogging Molly. That stuff is just, I'm geeking. So I'm going to let you fly, Lindsay. I'm just going to go ahead.
Well, I want to say, if you're new here,
Oh.
this is episode 20.
20.
And
Hold on, wait a
what we
minute.
do is
20. Yay.
Yay!
And we broke 500 downloads too. Isn't that awesome?
Yes. So we have a
It
drink.
cuts off so fast.
We have a drink. We talk about true crime, and we plug a band that we're digging and we think that you should listen to.
And
as well.
99% of it, I know nothing. So
Yeah, Jesse knows nothing. This is it's also an absolute, true, natural, organic reaction.
She won't let me
Jesse
know.
has no idea.
Some of this stuff I
for
know a little
most
bit
of
about.
it. He, like, with Eileen, you knew of her, but you didn't know the details.
I watched the movie, though,
Even if he
Monster.
knows the case, he doesn't know what I know about the case.
yeah.
So, go ahead and
Yeah.
cue that intro.
Okay.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, everybody. I'm so excited. I really am. I'm flipping excited right now. Oh, it's bumping good. Here we go. You know, I listen to this in my car. It sounds so good. I do. Like, I'll be driving down the road, and I'm just like, I just want to play their intro song. I'm like, boom, boom, boom. I'm on my way to Burger King. I'm like, fucking
Well, what
bumping.
made you feel old this week?
I was just looking at myself. I felt old. I really did. And I got sunburnt because I was doing like the damn tanning and
We're
shit.
in the tanning bed.
So I hurt everywhere. And then I walked around the lake and I did my little weights, so my arms were hurting. I mean, I guess that was all brought up on myself. I probably look old because I was all sunburnt. I don't know. You say I look good though.
You do. You're beautiful.
Yeah. What about
I
you?
got a little frog today, so it's my knees still, but it's predominantly my left knee. I have.
It was my left
I'm
knee.
doing the stairs again.
My name's Lindsay, and this is my left knee.
My left knee named Lindsay.
Her knees, any of her elements are named Lindsay also. Just saying.
But my left knee is being rebellious. And it's funny because I have a group chat with two of my besties, and one of my other besties is also her left knee.
Her left knee.
Her left knee is killing her too. So, yeah.
That's crazy.
And she is about 5 years younger than us.
It's good that we can laugh about it, though, you know? Because
Yeah.
you don't want to be like, I'm just downtrodden and we're old, just cut up, dude. Like, you know, that's the whole thing about
But we're
hanging
trying
out.
to be healthy. We're taking the
Oh,
supplements.
yeah, we're doing good. I think we look amazing for 40 plus.
Millennial babies hit different, man. Well, Gen X and millennials, we're doing good.
Gen X does look good still.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, Gen X, kudos.
I follow quite a bit of Gen Xers on TikTok, and
They're
I'm
making
like,
moves too.
y'all look
They're finally like they can hold shit and make shit happen.
late 70s, early 80s babies, or all 80s babies. We are aging like fine wine.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
And I think that's also because we're not succumbing to looking old before our time.
Speaking of aging, Hal Patters is thinking about making a bourbon. They are making a whiskey, and I'm loving Hal Patters. If you're around the Lake City area,
I was
North Florida
actually
area.
disappointed that you didn't bring. Oh, you still got some of the rum up there?
Yeah, I
That
didn't
shit
drink
was
it all.
Good. I
Yeah,
wanted another swig.
I didn't
but-
drink it all.
Okay.
We'll do Bushati later.
Okay.
Shotty Bushati.
I'll do a little shot with you.
Yeah. I'm going to let you fly, though. I'm going to let you fly.
Well, I just wanted to say one thing that was going on in the world, but I
see.
forgot about it because I didn't make a
What was
note.
it? Thing that's going on in the world? You don't know? You don't remember? You're not getting old, are you? It's okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
it completely left. I didn't write it down,
Okay,
so fuck
it's
it.
all right.
All right, so
Go, girl.
we are drinking about Bernie Tita today and his companion, Marjorie Nugent. So let's get started.
Yay. Here we go. I'm in the hot seat. Here we go.
So a few years back, we had just purchased the Peacock streaming app so I could have endless access to The Office and Parks and Recreation.
I love Peacock,
Yes.
by the way.
Yes.
I love it.
I do. And then we also watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine and all of our SNL shits on there.
And the 50th anniversary.
Yes.
That we was just tripping about a couple weeks ago. Yeah,
Last week.
Last week, yeah. God.
So I was checking out some of the other stuff and came across a movie named Bernie that starred Jack Black, Shirley MacLaine, who plays Weezer Boudreaux in Steel Magnolias.
Weezer. Told her to hit Weezer.
And Matthew McConaughey.
Honestly, Lindsay, like, we really connected over Steel Magnolias. I think
Steel Magnolias is the shit.
I earned 5 cool points on Steel Magnolias.
Yeah, when I was like, oh my God, this dude will watch Steel Magnolias with me. Okay.
And I knew, like, all of it. Mm-hmm. I love it. I don't know why. Why do I love chick flicks and musicals so much?
It's all right. Because you are a music person.
Oh, yeah. Probably.
Yeah. So you have a little bit, and you're not like completely misogynist where you're like, I'm not going to watch that. That's chick flick.
Dudes that watch chick flicks get closer to their chicks.
Exactly.
So it's a good thing. Maybe I'm just smart like that. Mm-hmm. Does that sound conceited? Yeah.
I don't know if you guys heard because Jesse was talking about, and Matthew McConaughey is also in this movie.
Matthew McConaughey's in here?
All right. You know, that is... that quote is referenced a lot, but Matthew McConaughey has done amazing films.
When he was playing that part, he came up with that on his own. He was just like, how is this persona of this guy in this movie? How am I going to be like? He's going to be like, all right. And that's how he stuck with his whole character. That's really cool.
So what's your favorite Matthew McConaughey movie?
It's probably... Oh, God. What was the treasure one that they did?
Fool's Gold?
Fool's Gold? Yeah, I like that one a lot.
So mine is hands down A Time to Kill.
Time to Kill?
Hands fucking down. There's no other performance that he has ever done that can top that for me.
Okay.
Now, I've watched all his movies. I love him. But that one, can't beat it.
That was
Time to Kill. You remember that, right? With Samuel L. Jackson and Sandra Bullock?
Motherfucking Jackson. Yeah.
Do you remember it?
Time to Kill, yeah.
What's it about?
It's about A Time to Kill.
Oh my God, you don't know it, you asshole.
Killing. What?
Jesus. Anyway, so I will watch anything with Jack Black, and the other two were just a bonus. And I was riveted, okay? Riveted. I also realized it was a real true crime story, and after doing research, it is extremely accurate as to what actually happened.
Really? Well, that's good.
Extremely
they did it right.
Accurate. They did it right. Perfect. So Bernie Tita was born Bernhardt Tita II on August 2nd, 1958. His father, Bernie, was an immigrant from the Ukraine and had become a musical. I don't know why I say the Ukraine. It's just Ukraine.
Just Ukraine.
I know.
I was hoping his daddy would be
that
called Dale Bernhardt.
Oh my God.
Hold on. Wait. I got one.
There. Oh my God.
I got one of those buttons.
So he was a music professor.
I'm sorry, Lindsay. I gotta let it sink in. I gotta let it sink just because I know you're fixing to throw me some shit here in just a second. You really are. You put me in these spots, and I'm just like,
well, if you'll let me talk, sir.
I'm not callous.
This is a unique case. You're not going to be as hard. Okay. It's not going to be as hard on you.
Mouth.
I promise.
Y'all go.
So Big Bernie, like I was saying, was a music professor and choral director at Our Lady of the Lake College in San Antonio, Texas. His mother's name was Layla Mae Jester, and her and Bernie Sr. were married in 1957, and then Bernie Jr. was born the very next year in Abilene.
Abilene.
Unfortunately, Layla was killed in a car accident when Bernie was just 2 years old. Elder Bernie had been driving and never forgave himself and started drinking very heavily after her death. But he did remarry in 1963, and he also passed away when Bernie Jr. was only 15 years old. Bernie's stepmother and grandmother, I guess, both finished raising him, and he went on to be a mortician and assistant funeral director in Carthage, Texas at the Hawthorne Funeral Home. In high school, he had worked for a funeral home to help support a different funeral home to help support the family and would take his friends for joyrides in the hearse. He was a popular guy. So everyone in town loved Bernie. He was very involved in the community, and anytime someone lost a family member, not only was he in charge of the services, he made it his duty to frequently check on the surviving family.
So he seemed like a stand-up guy.
Yeah, let me continue, though.
Oh,
yeah, he's a very stand-up guy.
He's a stand-up guy.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
But I'm about to go on very deeply into how much he was loved. So he would help people with their taxes, and he loved to give gifts. In fact, the UPS truck was at his house daily with things that he would buy for his community. Now, this was before Amazon, so he was definitely catalog shopping for UPS to be there all the time because there was no Amazon back then. He was always there for anyone to have a nice talk, and he was the kind of guy who just made you feel great about yourself and life in general after have spoken with him. And this man had some pipes. And I'm sure that that's why they chose Jack Black to play him, because
he was singing.
He could sing.
He could sing.
Because Jack Black, we know, is not a very tall man, but Bernie was actually like your height.
Oh,
like 6'3"-ish. Yeah.
I can't believe I want to watch this show.
I know. I've already tried to let you watch it with me before, and guess what happened?
I fell asleep on Jacqueline Blacklin. Is it over with yet? Can we go to bed?
So he would sing at church as well as the funeral services. Now, the movie is kind of documentary style, and the actual townspeople are in it. And I wrote this before I did a little bit more deep dive. I don't know if it was actual townspeople in it or they just had people that said the townspeople's quotes, because boy, are they funny. I mean, I cannot wait for you to watch this movie. Okay.
I'm going to do this one. I'm not going to fall asleep on this one. I work a lot of hours, though.
Yes, he does. Now, the townspeople describe Bernie as loving, charismatic, never met a stranger. He was great with names. He would remember details about everyone in town's family and what was going on. One woman said if they were to make a list about the people in Carthage who would make it to heaven, Bernie would be at the top.
So just public figure number one, like perfect.
Now, when I watched the movie, it reminded me a lot of Live Oak, the size of that town, which is a nearby town to us. It was small. The community was tight. And all you did was work and go to church. Knew
everybody and did really putting in a whole lot right now.
Yes.
It seems like I can't wait at this moment to find out where the breaking point is.
Now, Carthage had a population of about 6,000. So everyone knew each other, and it was listed as the best small town in Texas back in this time.
Okay.
In the 90s. All the widows loved Bernie. Hell, ladies in general loved Bernie, but Bernie did not love the ladies, romantically at least.
Oh. Well,
he was
even more stand-up-ish, like he wasn't a creep bag.
Well, he was a very closeted gay man.
Oh.
And most of the townspeople knew this, but it was not talked about. The elderly women loved him so much that they would have it in their will that they wanted Bernie to sing them to heaven.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm so giddy about Bernie. There's just something about Bernie.
It makes this case really hard. Okay, so in 1991, a woman named Marjorie Nugent lost her husband. This is who Shirley MacLaine plays.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Marjorie Nugent lost her husband and became very close with Bernie. Now, Marjorie was born in 1915 just outside of Carthage, and her father owned a grocery store. When she went to school, she went to Louisiana Tech, where she would meet her husband, R.L. Nugent, who went by Rod. After they married, Rod took a job with Magnolia Oil, because this is it's Texas.
Yeah.
It's fucking oil everywhere.
All.
Magnolia Oil would go on to be mobile oil.
Mobile. Wow.
Yeah. They would live in Louisiana, New Mexico, and Texas, and would raise their only son, Rod Jr., in Midland, Texas. When they retired, they returned to Carthage. It's Carthage, not Carthage. I don't know why I keep saying that. Carthage. Now, they were rich, like rich. Rod Sr. bought the controlling interest in the Bank of Carthage. They bought a 6,000 square foot house with a stone wall in the gate just for the two of them. Rod Jr. had gone on to do his own thing and make a family. So now Marjorie was the opposite of Bernie. She was not very social. She was not very popular. And most people did not have a nice thing to say about her.
But they had money.
But, okay, so she was nasty to wait staff, retail workers, and pretty much anyone who would cross her path.
Money.
Someone even said she would chew your ass out at the drop of a hat. She would rip you a new 3-bedroom, 2-bath, double-wide asshole with no problem.
With her hater blocker big glasses on. Yes.
Yes.
That's what I'm picturing.
Yes.
I'm not sure.
Oh, you got it.
I nailed it.
You nailed it. Yeah.
I don't even know.
Yes.
Holy shit, Lindsay.
Now,
go.
she had 2 sisters. One lived in Carthage and one lived in Ohio. And she didn't speak to the one in Carthage because of a disagreement over their mother's estate. And I had to go to my side notes here, okay?
Oh, we're in side
So
notes.
the sister that
These are
lived...
side notes right now?
Yes.
You're in side notes.
So the sister that lived in Carthage, her name was Meryl, and she had a son named Joe. And Joe said, because he made like a whole documentary, not a documentary, he wrote a book. And I did not write down what it was called. I apologize. I will look that up and mention it in the next episode. So Joe said that Marge threatened to put him in a mental institute because he wouldn't cut his hair. She chased him around the yard with gardening shears when he wouldn't get a wasp nest down with his bare hands.
What?
And when Joe was 14, Marge locked him in her house for 2 days.
Fuck you, Marge.
And the maid was the one who ended up letting him out. And he called his mom. His mom came and they were just done. They were done. Now, she was so jealous that Meryl had a girl that she tried to have Meryl and her husband declared unfit so that she could get custody of their only daughter, Carrie.
Wow. So it sounds
That's
like
Marge.
Marge
Yeah.
is the trigger to something bigger.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and the whole thing with their mother's estate, she was already rich. So it just sounds like she's just fucking greedy. Well, I mean, why are you going to fight with your sisters who do not have the means that you have about your mother's estate? Let them fucking have it.
She came up to
She
that.
was a millionaire.
She came up to that though. Like,
Through her husband.
Right.
Yeah.
Through her husband.
So she would also barely talked to her son. And according to locals, she barely left the house. And when she did, she definitely acted like she was better than everyone. There was one instance where she argued with the local vet over her bill being $45. She argued with him so hard that he actually came down on the price. Marjorie was just snobby and difficult and not well liked, to say the least. Now her husband, RL, or Rod Sr., he died unexpectedly of heart failure, and not many folks showed up for support, probably mostly because of Marjorie. The funeral services were held where Bernie worked, and being the kind person that he was, he offered help and support. He felt sorry for her loneliness, and he gave her a coat when she was cold and offered to help her to her car before heading to the burial. Bernie and Marge would become close, and Bernie would always check up on her, and he became her errand boy, getting her medications, food, and offered companionship. Now, her and Bernie would start traveling together, and not just in nearby areas. They would go all over the world. I have to say this, Marjorie was in her 80s, and Bernie was in his 30s. She gifted Bernie her $12,000 Rolex watch and told the bank that he could spend money in her name. And if they didn't like it, she would take her money elsewhere. These orders were also given to her personal stockbroker. The other town's widows got super jealous because Bernie was now spending all his free time with Marge. Rumors flew, and it seemed that they had an actual relationship. She bought a house for Bernie and told him he could quit his job, and she would pay him to be her full-time caretaker and business manager.
So it just seems like that he's kind of moving in and getting all the benefits after everything happened.
Right. Well, I don't think that it was his intention for all that to happen. He was just trying to be nice to this lonely old lady.
And everybody's jealous.
Oh, yeah.
Because she's got that money, 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 money.
Yes. And they loved Bernie. Everybody loved Bernie. And as someone who was only making about $18,000 a year and behind on his bills and owed back taxes,
he's eating it up.
This was quite the opportunity.
Yeah.
She even changed her will and made Bernie the sole beneficiary.
Oh, he gets it all.
Yeah. I mean, she had a son and grandkids.
Oh.
Yeah.
What about them kids?
She told a cousin that she didn't want her family to get a cent. She actually said not one thin dime.
And I bet everybody was just jealous and just butthurt.
Yeah. Well, she said it's because nobody else gave a fuck about her, but Bernie did. Now, Bernie would fill in her spot at board meetings at the banks, and he earned his pilot's license. And Marge bought him a couple of planes.
So it seems like the dude was doing all this stuff just naturally, organic ass, good dude all together, and kind of latched on to something nice, but wasn't expecting anything and just got it all in return so far.
Well, in their travels, they went on cruises. They traveled to Hong Kong, China, Egypt. They went to New York to see Broadway musicals. They sailed on the Queen Mary and flew on the Concorde, which was apparently a huge deal. I don't know nothing about that.
The big airplane back in the day.
Okay, tell me about it. That's why I put that, because I don't know nothing about the Concorde. I figured you would.
Flying. Like, if you're on the Concorde, that's like the cruise ship of the air, you know? So.
Well, I listened to another interview with Bernie, and he also said they went to Bangkok, Thailand, Switzerland, Germany, Austria, Italy, France, and Russia, all first class and all 5-star hotels.
Yeah, well, they had like the luxury plane, the big jumbo jets and all that stuff. They did away with that like in the 90s, maybe in the 80s or 90s, somewhere. It was like the luxury way of flying.
So it was a big deal. Like Soul Plane.
With no snakes. Soul Plane for sure. No hydraulics, but yes. Big, Concorde, yeah. Really cool.
So, well, now Bernie did have a lot of things he had to do for Marge. He had to have her medicines laid out every day. He would make sure he'd be at her house to have her coffee made and have her, or be there for lunch. I don't know if he made her lunch, but to be there for lunch by 11:45 sharp. If Bernie didn't show up on time, she would straight up panic and page him relentlessly until he called or showed up. I mean, she basically owned his ass. Bernie, though, was taking his piece of the pie, but not how you would think. He became a Robin Hood for the townspeople. He bought about 10 different people cars.
Really?
Because they couldn't afford them.
Kept on going and into being good. Why you keep painting this beautiful ass picture of this dude? I mean, he was an assistant. Like he was helping her through all of her golden years with all of her gold.
Yeah, because
and all the years.
Apparently, while she was married, her husband didn't like travel and shit. So now she's found this person that was willing to do all that with her.
Yeah.
Yes. And she had the money to do it.
Yeah.
She was worth between $5 and $10 million.
Just getting it out, experiencing.
And she was getting monthly residuals. Like, I think it was like $200,000 a month from this gas company.
Right.
Yeah.
That's cool. I mean, so far, doesn't seem anything wrong with this.
So he, like I said, he bought about 10 different people cars, telling them he could pay them back when they could. He bought a house for a struggling couple, a whole fucking house, okay? He would have scholarships, but he would put them in Margie's name for the local college students, and he pledged $100,000 to a new building for the First United Methodist Church.
And knowing how to do taxes and everything, you could write all that off.
All of it.
Yeah, it's perfect.
And they show that in the movie, too, where he's talking about, the whole tax shit.
Cool.
He led the fundraisers for the local Boy Scout troop. He bought the local trophy shop so that the business didn't go under and that the town's kids could still get their fucking trophies every year for whatever.
So, like, you're building up this whole fucking thing right now, Lindsay.
Oh, it's going to keep going.
And I let you fly for a while. I did. Yeah. Now I'm in it. I'm in this. Hey, hang on. Wait a minute. When the fuck are you going to drop this bomb that I know you're fixing to drop?
It's coming.
Because I've been
over here
sipping.
Don't drink no more.
But no, I don't need to because I'm getting goof booted over here. But at the same time, like I don't have anything to drink about yet.
I know this is a very unique case.
I mean, that's why I guess we could sip and talk about the good old days
because we've had horrific murders the last two cases.
This has been rainbows and unicorns the whole time here.
This one's okay. I'll get there.
Go ahead.
Okay, so he gave away college theater tickets that he bought to boost sales. He paid for expenses for the church choir concerts. God, I have misspelled so much shit in my thing here, but I knew what I was talking about. Okay, so, and he funded a clothing store for one of his previous coworkers. It was called the Boot Scootin' Western Shop.
The Boot Scootin' Western. Yes. I'm going to call on Bernie to pay some of my fucking bills.
I know.
Where you at, Bernie?
So, around 1995, he would tell his sister that he thought Marge was showing signs of dementia, firing housekeepers and gardeners that had worked for her for years.
Didn't know who they were. Probably didn't know who they were. Dementia, she was like, get out of my damn yard.
She started making Bernie do this work instead.
It's the only person she could remember and trust.
Like, it was said that she fired one gardener because her flowers didn't bloom on time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. She's bougie as fuck.
Yeah. So she made Bernie buy a .22 rifle to shoot armadillos that were messing up her grounds, because I guess armadillos can do some damage.
They're in Texas, Lindsay. It's armadillos.
I know. Excuse me, armadillos.
Armadillos.
And he wasn't comfortable using a gun because, as the townspeople would call him, he was light in the loafers.
He's a little light in the loafers. I want to say that British, but he's a little light in the loafers.
Yes,
that's better. It isn't much better.
So she taught him how to shoot the gun, and
laughing about this. I'm still over here laughing. Like, I'm turning away from the mic. I'm trying to laugh.
He's laughing into the plant.
I did. Go.
Give my ivy. Give my lily some.
I am chuckling Bernie over here over my plant.
So she taught him how to shoot the gun, and she demanded that he take care of this problem. If he would miss, she would degrade him, and by this point, she had become very controlling and pissy towards him most of the time. When his sister asked why he didn't quit, he said, well, I'm all she's got. Not to mention, he would inherit a multi-million-dollar estate. If he just quit, Marge was a bitch. She would have wrote him right the fuck out.
And she's like on the edge of full-on retirement. Mm-hmm. Like, she's fixing to clock out.
She's done. She's been retired.
Well, I'm saying like human life retirement. Yes. Like, she's finna clock out.
She's retiring from life.
She's retiring from life.
So, Thanksgiving of 1996, Bernie went to his sister's and said, he went by himself, and he said that Marge was going to spend the holidays with her sister. This was the one that was in Ohio. Apparently, she was still speaking to that one, not the one that lived in Carthage. He still decorated her house at Christmas, but said she was still in Ohio. Early spring, no one has seen Marge, and Bernie said that she was bedridden from being ill. And then he said that she had a stroke and was in a nursing home out of town. He told her stockbroker that she was losing her mind and possibly had Alzheimer's. The maid kept coming to clean the house. And I'm guessing that was a new one after her firing spree.
Oh, this is fixing to be good. Go.
Yeah. But no one saw Marge herself. Bernie was still spending money in her name, though. He even bought jet skis and pickup trucks for the college performers of a Guys and Dolls performance. along with $200 gift certificates to the Boot Scootin' Western Wear store.
Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm. In April...
I'm going to go get me some chaps from there.
All right, pay attention to the timeline now, okay? Thanksgiving, he's by himself. He says Marge is in Ohio, okay? So now we're in April of 1997. He performed with the Shreveport Chamber Singers, and he got a long standing ovation for his solo. Like, they were digging burns.
Look at there.
I'm guessing in the movie it does describe where Carthage is. I'm guessing it's not far from Louisiana, according to the map.
They could just hop on over.
Yeah, I'll hop on over to Shreveport.
Yeah.
Because he had spent some time in Shreveport in his youth, too, with another funeral
Isn't that
on there.
crazy? We just talked about Shreveport.
I know. And I didn't even plan that, right?
What?
In June, he went on a Chamber of Commerce trip to Nashville and took personal care of another widow on that trip who was wheelchair bound, and everyone just delighted in his compassion. In July, a local resident called the sheriff worried about Marge. No one has seen or heard from her. And this well check would go unattended for another 30 days.
Whoa. Whoa. Mm-hmm. Whoa, Lindsay.
Yeah, nobody gave a fuck about Marge, okay? This one person did, but nobody else gave a fuck about Marge.
Go ahead and drop the whoa.
All right. So, they did get a hold of Bernie, who was in Vegas singing at a student's wedding, and he told them that Marge was at a hospital in Temple, Texas, under an assumed name. And because she didn't want to be bothered. Just leave Marge the fuck alone, okay? Upon investigating this, they couldn't find anyone to match her description. So they ended up calling her son, Rod Jr., to see if he had heard anything. He said, no. And he decided to come down, and he brought his oldest daughter with him to Carthage.
This sounds like a perfect scenario for some bullshit.
Oh, yeah. We're getting there. So they went to search the house and saw that no one had been there for a while. 9 months, to be exact.
Whoa.
Rod Jr.'s daughter noticed that the deep freezer had been taped shut and found that to be very odd.
Lindsay.
So she opened the deep freezer and moved some food around, and wrapped in a white Land's End sheet was the body of Marjorie Nugent.
Lindsay.
And she saw the top of her head.
Lindsay.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Hold
on. Let me get there.
Oh, well, but he done. Oh, you get there, but he done. Did he done? I don't know who done, but.
So, not wanting to mess with any evidence, they had the deep freezer hauled by a pickup truck with a generator attached to Dallas for an autopsy.
Yeah, hopefully they keep it cold.
The police started looking for Bernie immediately and found him taking a Little League baseball team out for dinner with their parents, and they took him in. It didn't take much for Bernie to crack. He said the previous November, 9 months earlier, he and Marge were going to get some Chinese, and she was bitching at him relentlessly, and he snapped. He said he picked up the rifle, the one meant for the armadillos,
hit her with the deuce.
And shot her in the back 4 times.
Hit her with the deuce. I got the deuce. Damn. Go.
Now the town went fucking wild. But not because Bernie had killed Marjorie, but because Bernie was being arrested.
Oh, yeah.
His bond was set at $1 million, and a group of ladies tried to raise that money. The preacher was praying for Bernie in church every Sunday.
What a perfect freaking dude that just snapped.
Marge could not understand. Because Marge was not liked. There's actually a quote from a lady in the movie who says, "There's anybody in town that would have shot her for $5. Like she said. Like it's a woman that has been smoking fucking Misty 120s.
This gives me an opportunity. Hang
30
on.
years. Yeah.
I'm going to take a sip of this fucking drink right here.
Do you know what made me want to do this case? Because there is a viral soundbite of these fucking townspeople on the movie on TikTok right now. And I'm like, that's from fucking Bernie. I need to cover Bernie. And I was like, you know what?
Why am I laughing about this fucker?
It's horrible, but it's funny.
Stuffed her in a fuck you, Marge. Dude, I'm going to stick you in
Yeah,
the
it said
freezer.
that he shot her, put her in the freezer, washed the blood off with a water hose, and
well, he
went
didn't
on.
hack her up or nothing. He
No,
was just
he
like,
didn't.
He's like, fuck you. I'm them, bam. And dude, you're right in the freezer. I'm done.
Well, law enforcement.
I'm gonna go sing. I'm gonna go do some shit.
Law enforcement tacked on some embezzlement charges to raise his bond even more, which would be at $2.7 million, and they just couldn't raise that money. The prosecutor, Danny Buck Davidson.
Danny Buck.
That's who Matthew McConaughey plays.
Oh, this is perfect.
Yeah. He was telling everyone, because he's from Texas. Yeah. He was telling everyone that would listen that Bernie was a con man and had taken advantage of an old lady. And I'm sorry, I just don't think that this is true.
No, because he was genuine before that. Like
exactly. And he had plenty
as his persona
of opportunity to take advantage of any of the other widows in town, but he didn't.
And kept giving. Giving.
All he was doing with Marjorie's money was giving it away.
He couldn't get Marge just to
and she
stop
was,
being Marge.
Yeah.
Marge was just too in charge. Was Marge large?
And
Marge is
I mean,
large.
Like I said, he had good intentions and he was spending her money for what he thought was good, and she just became too much. And now the money had took hold of him and he didn't want to let that go.
How fucking old she had to be from 11?
15.
15. 1915.
That was the year that
95?
my grandfather was born.
Is that 15 to 95?
Yeah, 96.
15 to 96. I'm not mathing, but still, that's
it's a lot.
She owed.
I know I can't math right now either. I've had too many White Claws.
I ain't doing it.
But I mean, Bernie, you can't kill her. I mean, Bernie, all you had to do was wait a few
another,
more years.
Yeah, a couple more hours.
A few more years.
Dude.
She had a heart condition.
She would have clocked out in a couple more hours, bro.
And it's funny because one podcaster even said, you could have just fucking smothered her with a pillow, bro. Nobody would have questioned that. She would have just looked like she died in her sleep.
In the name of Jesus. Fucking just holding it over her face and my heart.
But in total, he did spend over $1 million of her money to do these good deeds for the community. She advanced him as her actually, like he said this in his interview, $3 million to do whatever the fuck he wanted to do.
He could have just went and hung out for a few more months.
Yeah.
If he would have just left for a few more months.
So whatever she done must have been fucking horrible.
Yeah.
To do that. I mean, to
really?
just fucking snap. She had to have been fucking horrible.
It brought him to the point. I mean, there was a breaking point there. Dude's been putting out so much good into everything, everybody. And then all of a sudden, I guess,
he's helping people
there comes
get
a
vehicles.
breakdown,
He bought a struggling couple of house. He's funding businesses that were going under.
Yeah.
And
organizations.
Yes. Everything.
Sports. Like everything that he could get into. And he was doing it before. So,
yes.
And she was just like, the whole time.
And I mean, he was in some debt before he met her, but nothing serious. Like he owed like $4,000.
Yeah, regular Joe just doing his shit. Yeah.
I mean, like we owe that much.
Right. But there's only so much of that negative that you could take before it accumulates and you just, bam, snap.
Right.
You can't anymore. There's a point, and she was probably pouring it on even more with losing it, getting old, being like completely just
because she was already a horrible person beforehand,
entitled.
So if she
like
did
she was
have
the biggest shit in the world, and she could do whatever she wanted to because she had money and came into it.
So if she did have anything that was like a dementia or Alzheimer's coming on, it's just going to make that behavior much worse
and more violent, more scared, more. It's worse. Yeah.
But guess what was found in Bernie's house?
Tell me.
Some videotapes of him and important members of the town in unspeakable manners.
Oh, they was doing some dirty stuff down there in Texas.
Well, unspeakable to them.
Unseen.
And this was even law enforcement officers.
Mm.
His defense lawyer's name was Clifton Scrappy Holmes.
They all have side nicknames that are really slick. I love that. I want to move to Texas so I can get me one.
We got Buck and Scrappy.
I love it.
So this was funded by some of Bernie's friends. Now, Danny Buck, prosecution, he was willing to take a plea bargain because it was going to be really hard to find an impartial jury that would actually convict Bernie. And usually it's the other way around.
That's a small town. Do you have to pull?
Everyone loved him.
But you had to pull jury members from that area first, right? And they all knew him. They all knew he was amazing. How are you going to find these people?
Yeah.
Wow.
So there was actually talk of an insanity plea because Bernie, like I said, would have just had to have a psychotic break to have done something like this. But Danny Buck said it was probably because Marjorie had found out he was spending her money in ways that she wouldn't have. And he probably panicked if she said she was going to expose him.
She fronted him
She
$3
gave
million.
it to him. She said that she would have rather him spent all her money than to her family to get one thin dime.
Burn, I feel like temporary insanity plea would have been perfect for you. You snap, dude.
Like I said, I don't think that was true, and I think he just could no longer take any more of her verbal abuse. Yeah. But this is not how you solve it, Bernie.
No, you
wait it out. You get you some anxiety medication,
you
okay?
Couldn't hang on for 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes, bro.
Go to therapy about it and be like, I can't take her shit no more. Please help me get through this. And your psychiatrist would have been like, listen, Bernie, wait it out.
Chill out. The flower is wilted, bro.
Yes.
It's fixing to fall off the vine, bro. Come on, bro.
So when they asked him why he had left her in a freezer for 9 months, he said that he did want to give her a proper burial. I mean, because honestly, he could have took her on one of those planes and made her disappear.
He was trying to disassociate, though. That's what he was.
You got it on. I'm coming up on that. So, yeah.
Okay, go ahead, fly. But I'm already cut.
Now, Marjorie did get a proper burial outside of Carthage. And the family that she had...
Did they bury the whole deep freezer?
No, Jesse.
That would have been me.
They thawed her ass out.
I'd be like, this bitch here, brick. Here's the whole deep freezer with her in it.
Now, her family that she hadn't spoken with in years,
Sorry.
They did attend the service.
Still laughing at the plant.
Now, I have to say, I listened to interviews with her and impact statements from her grandchildren that were acting like that she was this wonderful fucking woman.
Oh, they reverted because they were trying to get back into the money.
Did some back research. Her grandkids had actually sued her in the past for trust money that she would not give them.
That's exactly what I'm saying. They're butthurt. They're trying to get back and try to get some of that money. She was not a nice person. Yeah,
she wasn't. She did nothing nice until Bernie came along.
She was not going to get a cent or whatever you just said.
A thin
damn dime. Marjorie just effed all them off, and they were butthurt.
She was done with all them.
But at the end of it, there they come. Here we come, but we loved her to death, and she was the greatest thing. Rest on ice.
Right. Now, Bernie did receive life in prison, which is, at that time, 30 years.
Yeah.
But he continued to do good work from prison, like needlepoint and things like that. He taught health classes. He sang in the prison choir, and he was a model prisoner. But at first, upon arriving, he did get attacked. But Bernie being Bernie, like, everybody came to love him there, too.
Right. He couldn't work in his personality there at the beginning. Seems soft. They're going to go after him.
Yes, because if you hear him talk in real life, he's very soft.
Yeah, they had to establish their dominance.
He can't be a hard person. Right.
Yeah.
Now, Rod Jr. filed a wrongful death suit against Bernie, saying that he took $3 million of his beloved mother's money that he barely spoke to. But that was not the case. She had just given that to him.
Right.
So now the movie came out in 2011, and it actually made, which I don't understand this, it made some of the people that had initially been for him become against him.
We got to hurry this up because you got to hit play. And Jack Black, dude, I want to see him playing this shit. Holy
like I said, because I saw this and I cannot
unsee.
I cannot not sympathize with him. I cannot. I'm not lying. And I have researched and researched and researched. And yes, no, you shouldn't have killed Bernie, but I can't hate him. I'm going to say that. I can't do it.
No, it's horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible. But when the light is that dim and she is that shitty.
And I want our listeners.
I'm not going on his side for doing the murder.
No.
but he should have learned to hang out and
listeners,
get a little
I want
therapy or
y'all
something.
please watch this movie and give us some feedback because it is very accurate. It's almost to the T. A few names have been changed here and there. Like the funeral home name and all that shit was changed, but that's it. In May of 2014, a visiting judge named Diane DeVasto of Tyler, Texas, allowed Bernie to be released on a $10 million bail after his attorney, Jody Cole, learned that he had been sexually abused as a child for many years by an uncle, and other people actually came out about this uncle as well in testimony.
So there's where all the giving back comes from.
Yes, I know. I told this one a little backwards for you. I had to make it suspenseful.
You had to twist it, and then I got the real understanding right now, fully.
Like I said, I think there was like 4 other people came out about this uncle. 4 to...
Right now.
It was 4 to 6 people came out about this same uncle had molested them as well.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
And he just kept thriving toward giving back to try to get that.
He was healing.
Positive, he just couldn't stop. And then something made him snap. If you tie that and that together, you're going to get that. I'm sorry. Like, you're going to get that.
Well, she claimed, Jody Cole.
I'm sipping now.
She claimed
Lindsay,
that the shooting...
That's the worst thing, other than even the fridge thing wasn't that bad. Fuck. She was old as shit.
Stop it before we get canceled.
I mean, I'm sorry. I'm on Team Bernie. I'm sorry. It's just like, she's like a Weezer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they picked the perfect actress.
Perfect actress. Dude, I'm so excited about this fucking movie right now, this moment. Oh my God. Why do I got to be on Team Murderer?
I know.
This is probably, is this the only one I'm ever going to be on Team Murderer?
The only one.
Well, fucking cheers, Bernie. I'm on Team Murderer right now. What?
So Jody Cole.
How the hell, Lindsay? Wait a minute. How the hell do you actually make me on the team of the fucking murderer?
I told you this was a unique case.
Holy shit, y'all. Go.
Jody Cole claimed that the shooting may have been a brief dissociative episode because of the abuse that he had endured. And this was backed by a psychiatrist. And it was also said that Bernie's handwritten confession was coerced by the officials that had been in Bernie's home videos.
This is like the craziest thing.
I know. That's why
I'm sitting here like
I couldn't wait to tell you about it.
Wide-eyed and grinning.
I know.
And feel giddy. I'm giddy right now. Why am I giddy right now?
This is a hard one to...
At the same time, I'm trying to swallow.
Bernie should have just waited it out. But at the same time, if he did have a psychiatric break, I don't know.
He snapped. It was a temporary snap of all the trauma that he had as a kid.
You know that I have been through a lot of abuse, and I've had a lot of disassociative episodes in my life. Thank God they have included murder, and I've had no thoughts of murder, period, ever in my life.
You've never had anything equal to such.
No. But when you do have a disassociative episode, you don't know what's happening. It's like almost like robotic, or like you're watching yourself outside of yourself.
That's what you're doing. You're disassociating all reality in that moment. So he snapped, did his shit, and then stuck her in there, knew that it happened, but completely was trying to shut that out while he was living his...
He was like, fuck, what did I just do?
He knew all this was coming.
Yeah.
He knew it was coming.
He knew it. And
a matter of time.
There was even an interview where he said he was just glad that it was, it was dealt with.
Wow. Wrap this thing up. I cannot believe, though, at this moment that I'm on his fucking side.
I know.
How do you twist it around to where I'm on the murderer's side on this podcast, Lindsay?
He was a good dude. I mean, there's just no denying that factor. I mean, even the townspeople were.
Did you ever think, and I want to know from everybody else, too, if you were actually on the Burn side? I'm on Team Burn. And
you've got to watch the movie to really understand that. Like I said, it's accurate. Very accurate. Very.
I mean, I'm wrong. You were wrong. You shouldn't have done it.
Right.
But still on your side. Sorry.
Now, Marge's family learned about his release from the media, and they lost their shit. They said that the movie had influence over the judicial system. Now, he was out for 2 years and lived in the filmmaker's garage apartment in Austin, Texas. This man was Richard Linkletter. Jack Black also spent a lot of time with him. And he even says that
he was on Team Burn too?
Yeah.
Thank you, Jack. Thank you.
And
I'm gonna tag you.
He spent time with him in jail as well as out because he studied all of him. Like he embodied Bernie. Like I cannot wait for you to watch this movie because it's accurate. Wow. I can't say that enough. It's so accurate.
I won't sleep on your movie ever again, Jack Black.
Now, and I mean, Richard Linklater, the filmmaker, he entrusted Bernie to take care of his children. And he did things around the house to earn his keep. But, unfortunately, on April 22nd of 2016, Bernie was resentenced to 99 years. This is worse than his first sentencing. His first sentencing was 30.
So they
basically life is 25
you killed somebody
to 30,
that's like 599 years old already, and she is just
doesn't matter. Jesse, is murder.
Yeah, but she was at the end,
and it was in the back.
But if you look at the candle has burnt out at this time, I could get 30 years. I understand.
Well, that's what they were trying to do, is because at that point he had already served 18, I think. Yeah, 18 years. He had already served 18 years.
Yeah. Time served, bro.
And this was a jury. The jury that reconvicted him was 10 women and only 2 men. And they fucking reconvicted him for 99 years.
Oh, and they played it good. This little old lady was so sweet, and she just...
Pretty much. Well, that's
it was
what
a whole
I'm
different...
saying.
18 years later, it's a whole different mentality.
The victim impact statements, these people, this family that she had nothing to do with...
Now you just dumped on me.
Really sold it.
You just dumped on me right here.
I know. So there was an appeal filed, and the theft charge was dropped. But the sentence was upheld. And he is eligible for parole in 2029, and he will be 71 years old.
Dude, come on out, man. There ain't no...
They better let him out at 71. He's not a threat. In fact, the 2 years that he was out, he could have done this same shit again, but he didn't.
No, he just snapped for a little bit. I mean, I'm not trying to justify it.
We're not justifying murder. We promise y'all. But this is a very unique case.
You turned it to where I'm still on his fucking side.
It's a very unique case, and it's conflicting.
Lindsay.
So conflicting. Yep.
So is that it?
That's it.
Oh my God, I can't believe you did this to me. Lindsay.
And that is our coverage on Bernie Tita.
I cannot believe this one. Mm-hmm. This is insane to me. It is literally insane to me. And I had to give you this.
Thank you.
Team Burn. Mm-hmm. Still incarcerated. Was amazing. Snapped for a little bit. Should have got 15 years. Sorry. Her candle was
the 18 that he already served before he was released.
Time served.
Should have been time served. I don't think that Bernie is a threat to the community.
Wow.
With some therapy, I mean, he still breaks down and cries about it to this day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many twists and turns to all these fucking murders and crazy shit that happens in life.
And I think he has actually suffered a stroke now, because I seen a more recent interview with him in prison, and he's kind of got the
drawn over,
the drawn mouth.
Wow.
Yeah.
My grandmother was like that. She had hers when she was like young.
Damn.
That's tough. But Team Burn, I don't care. Hate me if you want me to. Is that weird for me to say?
I can't. I know.
It's awkward.
I can't hate him.
It's
awkward.
I
got my hands over my mouth.
She's like, I can't hate him.
I can't hate him.
But you can't. Like, I don't know.
And I don't know. Maybe if I hadn't seen the movie first.
I don't know where I'm at. Conflicted. I don't know what other.
I was crying at the end of the movie for Bernie, for Jack Black's,
for Jacqueline Bernie Onassis.
Yeah.
Bernie Sanders, Colonel, whatever Sanders, whatever Bernie. Dude, we were
hard.
A team. I'm sorry.
That was hard.
So
I
weird.
mean, shooting an old lady in the back ain't cool, man. But
no, dude, dude.
I still can't believe I heard somebody say to smother her. I just
no. In the name of Jesus, you smother her in the name of Jesus, you would have been out, dude. You would have never happened. It would have just been like, she went to Betty bed.
I mean, honestly, they would have never questioned that, to be honest.
No.
But he had his mortician background in his soul, you know? It's like freezer and preserver.
He was too genuine to hide it good enough, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's it. Because, I mean, like I said, he cracked immediately. He didn't hide it.
So I talked to Jerry the other day from...
what band are you plugging?
I talked to Jerry from Divided Truth.
Okay. We're going to go hear them tomorrow.
And
well, okay. When this is released, it will have been last week.
We're going to hear Jerry from Divided Truth.
We're in the past, present, and future.
But I also talked to a couple of other people from another band also, and I wanted to share them as well. Can I do 2 on here? I'm allowed to do 2 bands.
You got time?
Can we for like our number 20?
Yeah.
Can I do 2 bands, 2 for 20?
2 for 20.
I can? Okay.
2 for 20 special at Applebee's.
A special Applebee's. So I'm going to play...
You get an appetizer, 2 meals, and a dessert.
I'm going to play 2 bands for our 20th. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Because we're going to see the other band too. So talk to Jerry from Divided Truth. He wants me to play Cut Out My Heart. And I talked to another band.
Cut Out My Heart. Okay.
Yeah. And I talked to another band as well. And I'm going to play it as well. Mm-hmm. But I won't tell you until later on. Is that cool?
Okay.
Okay. So I wanted to play Divided Truth, Cut Out My Heart, and then I'm going to play another song after that. Is that cool?
Yes.
Okay, sweet, sweet. I get to play double the music. Yay! I'm so excited.
2 for 20.
So excited. So super excited. they're playing tomorrow. We're going to check them out.
Yes, that was a good song. It's very 311-ish feel.
I like the groove, too. It's very groovy metal. I like it. And they just got back together with some new stuff, and they're going to be coming out at Jackrabbits, and we're going to go check them out, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, we're going tomorrow.
Are we?
We are. To Jacksonville.
Okay. Sweet. Thanks, Jerry. Thanks, Divided Truth. We've played with them a few times. Really cool guys. Really cool. He was a bass player for a long time. He's like, I want to sing, so I'm going to do both. I'm going to play guitar and sing and rock out, and just really cool cats. And I want to play
awesome.
another band. I want to play another band, Lindsay.
Who are you playing next?
I want to play another band. The second band I talked to is Josh from Tragic, which we're going to see
Tragic.
Also at Jackrabbits.
Yeah.
And I wanted to share his new song. It's called Dead Weight. I got to do 2 because it's 20. Is that cool?
2 for 20.
2 for 20. Here we go. This is Tragic, Dead Weight. Love these guys too. They're
Absolutely.
awesome. They're just fucking phenomenal. So check out this one as well. Check out both of these bands. We're going to see them. And I'll give a review after the show on our next pod too.
We'll take some videos. We'll put them on the Insta.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great. So Tragic, Dead Weight. Here we go.
Turn your back on me. Should've known there was a price to pay. Decided to bite the hand that face the face. Another life in the back again. And now the past is haunting me. I feel it bringing me down.
Great job.
Tragic. You did a great
Divided
job.
Truth and Tragic. Great job.
Check them both out. And happy 20th episode, Lindsay.
Yes. Happy 20th.
And we will see you guys next Friday.
Yes. Like us.
Yeah.
Share
us. All the good stuff. So, and Lindsay, I can't believe that you had me on that team, dude. I can't believe you had me.
And we're going to watch Bernie now and have some spaghetti bowls.
Team Bernie.
Bye.